Dogs and cats can also be friends. Once upon a time, deep in the Wheel Forest, there stood a small house where two beautiful little girls lived, Greta and Linda. They were siblings who loved each other very much. They had two cats, Sultan and Guilbert. These two cats were very mischievous. They always liked to climb to places they weren't supposed to go and hide where nobody could find them. But they also loved mice. So they were good cats because they always caught mice. One day, Greta also wanted little dogs like Linda did. Time passed and it took a year before they got two puppies. They had to wait that long because Linda was still little and had to grow up a bit so she wouldn't be afraid of the puppies. But then, these two dogs, who came to them, turned out to be mischievous as well. They named them Messy and Paw. Why did they get these names? I'll tell you. Messy looked like a shaggy black sheep. His beautiful shiny black hair curled cutely. Paw also had shiny black hair, but a small white spot appeared on his paw, so he looked like he was wearing shoes. That's why they were named Messy and Paw. But to not forget my words, when these two dogs moved in, the cats did not like them. They didn't want those two dogs living with them. They always thought about how they could scratch them with their sharp claws. But Messy and Paw were not afraid of them. They chased them every day so much that the cats couldn't keep up with running. They had to run so fast that their feet didn't touch the ground. One day, Messy came up with an idea to hide and attack the cats from ambush. That's what they did. Sultan and Guilbert had just returned home to eat their lunch. They headed towards their hiding place where the dogs couldn't get in. However, the mischievous little dogs who ambushed them immediately chased them so much that they barely made it back to their little house. But then the cats didn't give up easily. When the two dogs loudly tried to get to them, they stretched out their claws and scratched their noses well. Moreover, in a way that the dogs loudly whined and then ran away scared. You can imagine that it was no wonder that there wasn't much friendship between them at first. As time passed, the two dogs started to grow so fast and became so big that they became even scarier for the cats. The cats didn't like to stay home anymore, so they hid either in the attic or in their own place because it was very safe. They often went to the neighbor's yard for the whole day where they could bask in the sun. However, the two cats just felt that they were there first and wouldn't give up their yard easily. Oh, they had their wits about them. They agreed to hide on the roof, and if the dogs came after them, they would pounce on them. The dogs would surely be very scared. That's what they did, and every day. Poor dogs hardly dared to rest on the warm, sunny lawn. Finally, one day, Messy and Paw realized that it might not be worth being bad to these cats in the long run. They realized that these two cats were actually very smart and even resembled them. They always found a good little solution to everything, and they also recognized that they were very brave because they had already grown very big and were much bigger than the two cats. So they decided not to harm the cats anymore. At first, the cats thought it was a trick, but as time slowly passed, they realized that the dogs had finally become friends with them, so they never bothered each other again. In the end, such a great friendship developed between them that they ate from the same bowl, slept together, and in the winter, when there was a lot of snow, they snuggled up together to keep warm. That's how the dog-cat fight turned into a true friendship.
Like and subscribe Children's Farm for more.